All right, hello, welcome back. This is the first week of our new quarter. This quarter is going to be around 3 months, so end of November. And this quarter is going to be, we're going to finally have a year in around a month. So it's going to be in the middle of that. So this is kind of like the first quarter of like the new year, you know. But I mean, I have recorded the last 2 weeks. I have recorded like my trades and all that. The only thing is I didn't record any videos because I was really busy. So because I was moving and all that. But now we're back to the regular weekly video schedule. All right, so this week was basically neutral. I mean, not much to see. Really had a good run up and then just kind of gave out, over here. But yeah, not much to see. On Friday there was quite a bit of emotion. I mean, you're right. You had Nvidia earnings on Wednesday. You had Thursday was okay, and then Friday there was quite a bit of red. The good day is that we didn't really lose that much on that, so that was fine. Over here, so last week was quite bad actually. Around like negative, yeah, you can see there around negative 5.9, I think. We were at really high all-time highs, so it was kind of expected a pullback. But right now we're basically neutral, and this is a new quarter starting, so this didn't really affect anyone that was like holding between quarters because this was during my quarter like reset period. So over there, I'm just making trades with like my money, and then now I restart with the investors' money. So yeah. Over here, you got Nasdaq, so we're actually outperforming Nasdaq. That's really good. Not by much, but we are performing. We outperformed each day except one day this week. Over here, you have Nasdaq's overall same thing. SPY, we are underperforming slightly. You can see by a little. Over here, I mean, same thing here. So Dow is actually doing okay. We are underperforming Dow at the moment, but I mean, this is really nothing significant. There's nothing big over here. I mean, negative 0.08 is nothing. So like 0.0, yeah. We are performing 50% a day for SPY and Dow. Nasdaq's higher than that. So the daily is 0.04 negative almost. I mean, with only 1 week, you can't really decipher much, but yeah. Over here, so Monday was pretty good. Tuesday was really good. Then on Wednesday, kind of just pulled back, which is a bit annoying. Then Thursday, pretty good. And then Friday, pretty good too, considering the big market losses in semiconductors that day. Over here, so we got 40% green this week. This week was a bit more of a red week, but it's okay. Over here, I haven't closed the trade, so this is basically not applicable. The gains are 1.41, and the losses around negative 0.99. So this ratio is pretty good. The only problem is our standard deviation is getting kind of high. It's already on 1.5, so I want to try to decrease that. SPYs right now kind of doing pretty bad. I've never really seen, and these ratios around this early aren't really doing that well, but its standard deviation is only 0.47. And if you do the whole ratio thing, our gains could be 0.64 while they are currently 1.41, and our losses can be negative 2.17 while they're currently negative 0.99. To be honest, I mean, doesn't really mean much because we just started, so there's we typically at least need 2 to 3 weeks for this to mean anything, but our difference is positive, so I mean that's good. Our standard deviation is quite high though. Transactions only or two, right? Because I did the 2 buy orders, but that was just on Monday, and that's it. No day trades yet. And then beta is quite high actually. I mean, right, like I said before, we only have 5 days right now, but once we have 10, 15, once we have around more than 15 days, you can start paying more attention to these numbers. Yeah, that's not applicable right now. And then right now, here's the overall, so last slide, around negative 0.2. This is, we're basically neutral, nothing significant at the moment. We have a 4-day weekend coming up, 3-day weekend, but 4-day week, so not much. And yeah, so hope to have another great quarter. I mean, we had around 20, yeah, 20% last quarter, so that was really good. And before that, 50%. Before that, 12.6%. Before that, 9%. So I mean, yeah, I do have high standards at the moment. There's quite a bar. We outperform SPY each quarter. So I mean, obviously that's the goal, right? But I mean, we're close to around 100% right now overall. So I mean, there's not, I mean, right now if we underperform a little, it's fine. If we outperform, that'd be good. Um, just keep, you typically don't want to set, really high goals at the moment. You just need to go with what you have, and then if that leads you to outperforming, pretty good. But like if we're just, there's some things you just can't control. So depending on where we are and all that, they could be outperforming, could be underperforming. Um, but I'll see with what I have. I think we should be pretty well. Uh, Anything else? No. I mean, we're close to getting our total capital in here around 20K, so that'll be really good. At one point, probably at some point in this quarter, we'll hit that milestone. So that'll be a really good milestone. It's like the total assets under management is just 20K, but it's a big increase from where I started, which was around 1.2. So I mean, we're it's growing, which is what I want. Um, yeah, not much else to say. I hope more people come along and see the journey. So bye.